Let's go look at my knife. Wait a minute. I got scammed. Hey guys, Brycehiz here, and yes, I did get scammed out of my CSGO knife. It really does suck, but it's not the end of the world. At least I can share with you guys how to prevent it for anyone that might be going through the same thing that happened to me. This is the player that actually ended up getting my knife. Same picture as the player that I was trying to trade with. Yes, the name is different, but when you're trying to do the mobile confirmation on your phone, it shows up smaller. It's harder to actually notice. The other trade was already accepted to Blet, but then when they have access to a Steam API, they're able to cancel out the original trade from Blet, and this trade pops up automatically that is from him to you, that which ends up in most times he will just accidentally accepting without looking it through. As you can see, he now has my Huntsman knife that I once had. But whatever. The first thing you're going to want to do, actually, the first thing I should say to you guys is if this did happen to you, there's zero chance you will get your item back. So if you're looking for some kind of idea on how to get a skin back, there's no chance it's going to happen. So don't let people lie to you like that. But the first thing that we can do, obviously, is report the player and tell them they are involved in theft, scamming, fraud, and malicious activity, and they engaged in theft or scamming. And then you're going to obviously want to submit this account where it's going to ask for information. Then they'll email you or sorts of that, or it'll tell you if the player actually was banned. I would obviously either just block the kid or try to do something around those lines. There isn't really much you're going to be able to do with the actual player once the item's gone. I'm sorry to tell you, but the item is actually gone. Alright, so like we said, the first thing to do would be to report the player. The second thing you need to do right away, if this did happen to you, would be to go to steamcommunity.com/dev/API key. Create a brand new Steam API key. I've already done this, so I'm not going to go through the steps, but you're going to register the domain name, and after that, you register it, and you have a brand new Steam API key. Therefore, if somebody did have access to it, it won't happen again. Okay, so these are exactly things that you're going to have to look out for when you're trading a lot or you're buying skins, just to make sure that you kind of avoid API scams in general. But so as you can see, the fake ones on the left here, you're trading with someone named Guff, the exact same person that you're trying to trade with, but the player has a level 0 Steam account. The player that you're trying to trade with has a level 312 Steam account. And this player has actually been on Steam since 2012. This player actually has a limited account, which means they usually haven't been on Steam for too long. So when you're pulling this up on your phone to do a mobile confirmation, this isn't really stuff you usually go over. There's really not a point to go over with it because you just had sent the trade and you feel like you're safe because you're just confirming it now. But that's where they can catch you up, where they can just completely cancel out the other trade you just accepted that you're going to confirm now, and they send you your own trade now, where the only confirmation you need to do now is press yes on your phone. So this is complete stuff that you need to completely look at. Make sure to check the player's Steam level. Make sure to check the player, how long they've been on Steam. You could also go as far as doing something like this. Say that this item was worth a lot of money and it's worth $1,000. I sold it to Chicken on a Horse. I just want him to send me a 10-cent skin as well, and that's where I'm going to make the trade offer like that, because the bot isn't going to have that exact same 10-cent skin in their inventory, and it isn't going to be coded to send that exact trade. So the next thing you're going to want to really look out for, people like this, Vindicated. This is one that almost everyone's getting caught by nowadays because it's very intricate. Vindicated here asking what's your competitive CSGO rank, well, and then asking him to join a mini tournament with him. You can see Baby Gravy says sup, huh? And then it's almost like Vindicated doesn't even acknowledge what he said, just saying the game will be tomorrow. Telling him what the fee is and what the prize pool is. Gravy saying what? And then Vindicated going straight to, can you send a request to join our team with the link? Obviously, if somebody on your friends list or somebody not on your friends list tries to send you a link, that's straight up a red flag. You don't click those links. That's where they're going to be getting your Steam link most of the time. And if you actually do end up falling for this trap and clicking on these links, they could be so well done that it does end up looking something like this. As you can see, you're going onto a website called Challenger Mode that was an old website that got shut down for this exact same thing. People inviting you to a tournament saying you're going to win X amount of dollars if their team wins, or they need you to vote for their team and you'll get a skin in return if you vote for their team. Where if you log onto these websites, you're going to see a Steam community third party pop up little thing pop up that you see on most of these legitimate websites. Valve Corp, HTTPS, everything checks out. It's the exact same link. Most people, about 95% of people, are going to see this and just completely type in their Steam username and password, as it doesn't look sketchy at all. It's the exact copy and paste of Steam's actual code. But if you do end up posting your username and your password, that's exactly where they get your login. They get the Steam API key, and that's when you need to actually start resetting your Steam API, and that's where you are at risk to get completely scammed. So make sure that you're not clicking on any of these links. Make sure to just completely avoid people that are trying to message you stuff like this. Kind of just the moral of the story here, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stunt. Oh, oh, living lively, everybody tryna